Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the part 19 of the evil mother-in-law saga. This is actually the last part. If you've not seen the other parts, kindly go watch them. I think I should try and curate a playlist. By now I should have created a playlist. I just hope I don't remember, I don't forget. So yeah, let's start.
Episode 18 of the Mother Gothel series. If you have not seen 17, go watch that because I got in a little trouble and TikTok would not push it out. They have since approved my appeal, but if you haven't seen it, you're going to be confused, so go watch 17. I also thought it was appropriate to wear one of my favorite shirts to end the series. So, about a month after the big fight in January, she messaged Colton. And I want you to notice something. There is no acknowledgement of what had happened. The message moved straight into wanting contact. She skips over all of it. The message said, Colton, I just wanted to tell you that I miss and love you. I have been texting Everly, but I don't know if she blocked me, so just let the kids know that I miss and love them. There's something else in that message. Maybe Everly blocked me? That puts a child in the middle, because now it sounds like the child is the one creating the distance instead of the adult taking responsibility for it, and that's not fair. The boundary stayed in place. Colton did not respond because access to our children is not something she's entitled to.
There's something I've also come to realize. There are people that never grew up. Maybe due to childhood trauma or the way they grew up. Something happened to them. They never grew up. Some are just stuck as an 18-year-old, even though they are 50, they are 60. Their brain is the brain of 18-year-old or even a 10-year-old. So that's why I see that.
Especially when you refuse to respect.
Like this one, she's constantly behaving like a child and demanding attention. And when she doesn't get it, she gets cranky. It's just so sad.
Their mother. You can't claim to love your grandchildren while disrespecting their mother. Those things don't exist together. Of course, she texted again. This time she came to me. The text she sent to Colton was around mid-February, and then a week or two later, she messaged me because Colton doesn't respond, so she reached out to me next. It was actually copying and pasting one of my own texts to her. So I responded with something like, if you're sending my text, it's way easier to screenshot. Now, I have already admitted my inability to shut up. This is also why she texts me. She knows this. After years of not saying how I felt, I don't stay quiet anymore. She said she hadn't walked away, that she was just giving everyone space to heal and hoped we could be a family again. And then told me there was no reason to be posting things online because it was creating more bad blood. She's talking about how I constantly repost things about toxic mother-in-laws and narcissistic behavior. Apparently she doesn't like it. She's not talking about these videos. So I started, mad at you? That's a joke. But summarized, since I can't share the screenshots, she first minimizes everything she put us through. She claims she does take accountability because we don't talk to her. That's her saying she's taking accountability. And again, she says she hasn't done anything wrong. She says she never intentionally lied about me. She just doesn't know what happened. And then she says she's not a hurtful person, that she didn't do anything to her sons. I can't describe how angry this makes me because what happened is very clear. There's no confusion. And this is what I mean about her messaging me. I literally cannot stay quiet when she says these things. She's a grown woman. This wasn't one moment. This is her pattern over time. So I responded and told her that her message is the same pattern: deflection, denying, and no acknowledgement of what had actually happened. And I made something clear. Time away from us is not accountability. Accountability is being able to recognize where things went wrong, where you hurt people, and take responsibility for your part in it. Sure. I also addressed the situation involving Vaughn because she says she hasn't intentionally lied about us. He was brought into something he should have never been involved in, and that caused a lot of unnecessary hurt for him and for us. She says, I didn't call Vaughn saying horrible things about you and my son. Then she said, I was angry, but didn't say anything bad. Then, of course, telling me I can't trust Vaughn, of course. And she just keeps denying everything about Karen and Colton, how she pitted them against each other. Nothing's her fault. It's Colton, it's Karen, it's anyone else but her. She says she doesn't know where I got the information from. I was there. I experienced it firsthand. Her saying she can't remember a conversation she just had, but trying to tell me how things happened 15 years ago is really something. And then she said, you think you're not to blame? You've got to be kidding me. And I said, no, I don't take responsibility for things I didn't do. I took her in. I showed up for her. The situation didn't come out of nowhere. I'm trying to be careful with my words, because I have a violation and I don't know what caused it. So just like that, the conversation ended, just like all the others, in circles, nowhere. And then about a week or two later, she texted Colton again And I'm going to upload the screenshot because it doesn't say anything bad. Quick, pause to read. We're talking about the middle one.
Okay, the middle one. Okay, let me read the middle one. I'm sorry, sweetheart, for everything. Just please know how much I love and miss you so very much. I'm always here for you and always be. Uh,
Which, again, this is just... This time she said she was sorry. She said she loved him. She said she missed him. But a week earlier, she's still texting me denying everything. That's the disconnect. The I'm sorry is performative. It is not genuine. Know how much I love and miss you. You can't say you love someone while doing the exact things that hurt them and then acting like nothing happened. And then she says, I'm here for you and always will be. Were you? Were you here for him when you tried to come between him and his wife? Were you here for him when you called his dad for multiple hour-long conversations lying through your teeth? Were you here for him when you told his dad not to believe a thing he says? Like he isn't a grown man who makes his own judgments. I don't need to list anything else, you get the point. Colton did not respond. Again. And then, as you can see in the third message, she texted him on my son's birthday. She also made a Facebook post. She cannot remember my kids' birthdays usually, but of course when we're not speaking, she finds it necessary to do those things. And that brings us to now. As far as I know, she has not seen these videos, because when she does, she will attack Colton for it. Rest assured. So when you see episode 19, know that that's what it is. Either that, or she's going to have a medical emergency and have to text Colton about it. So, we've had to come to terms with all of these things. I mean, it's not love, it's control. What kind of mother doesn't want her child to be happy? Even if you don't love his wife, because if you love your child, you want them to be happy. You want them to have a healthy marriage. You don't resent.
well, you need to understand that it's not even about you or the child. It's about her. It's about what she wants. So if she's not getting what she wants, then nobody should get what they want. She's just a child that has refused to grow up. Because that's the way I see mothers that behave like this. Even though you were emotionally starved by the men you choose to be with, no fault of your children, instead of you, going to extreme lengths to make sure your children are good, that they don't do the same mistake you did, but you are the one inflicting pain on your own child because your child chose to be happy. I don't know. Okay, what just came from my misery loves company, but not to the, you know, not to this extent that your child will be the one paying the price. Why? And why is that it's always women that behave like this? You hardly see or hear father-in-law having issue with their son-in-law. We hardly hear
The life they built. You
we
celebrate it.
rarely hear that.
Colton and I have been
We rarely hear it. The only time you see a father-in-law having issue with the son-in-law is when the son-in-law is maltreating his daughter. That's when you see the ugly side of him.
together for 15 years, married for 12 in October, and she has never once acknowledged our anniversary. Not once. Last year, he was literally on the phone to her because he left for an outage the day of our anniversary, and it's a long car ride, so they were talking. He said, "It's our anniversary," and still she did not say anything. That's very intentional. And something else, my daughter is a carbon copy of me. Same personality, same attitude, everything. Copy, paste. So how can you claim to love her, but have that level of resentment and other things towards me? Because the older she gets, the more she looks like me, the more she acts like me, and the more she becomes her own person and sees everything. There are so many of us daughter-in-laws who are treated like we are disposable, like we don't matter, but they still expect access to our home and children. And for a long time, I allowed it because I'm empathetic, because my kids loved her, because I kept hoping for peace. But empathy without boundaries just becomes self-destruction. When I came into the picture, I didn't allow her to control Colton anymore. So instead of adjusting to that fact, that her son was building his own life, a life that still included her, just not at the center anymore, she did what she did. And that's what makes it sad, because all we ever wanted was to be a big, happy family. Family is everything. And at some point, you just have to accept things for what they are. You have to stop asking why. I don't expect anything different from her anymore. And that's a hard thing to accept, because some people are not capable of looking inward. It's easier for them to rewrite the story and make someone else the villain. My job isn't to fix her. My job is to protect my family, and that's exactly what we're going to keep doing. If Penny sees these videos, I stand by everything I said. Every single part of this is the truth. It happened the exact way I said. We don't expect any accountability to be taken. And that's it. I thought about doing a video answering questions or maybe a live if you guys are interested in that.
Well, I'm glad that she's finally realized that the woman doesn't really like her for her son, and she's not going to be accepted by that woman, even though it took her 12 years to finally, accept it. Of course, from day one, the woman never liked her. She never accepted her. So, but I have a question. Why do people keep going back where they're not accepted? Because in this case, it was very, very obvious. Though I know that when you're living the reality, it's different from when somebody sits down to narrate it. But when it is obvious that this person does not like you, like she has shown you in every possible way that I don't like you for my son. You are stealing my son from me. You've taken my son away from me. So why would you still be going there, guys? Me, I'm one. I'm of the opinion that it is okay to love people from afar. You're not hating on them. You're not wishing them bad, but you rather just maintain peace by staying far. Giving them the answer. It's okay. Like it's totally okay. Well, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.